again, today's June 1st, and June is Pride Month, right? So for people to celebrate gay pride, LGBTQ plus, and I just wanted to show you something I saw on Twitter, which was posted by the today by the official account of the U.S. Marine Corps. Okay, and here's what they did: they basically took a helmet and put bullets on the helmet with the pride colors. So the gay pride flag is a rainbow flag. So they put the rainbow colors here, and I'm just what does this even mean? They say throughout June, the USMC takes pride in recognizing and honoring the contributions of our LGBTQ service members. We remain committed to fostering an environment free from discrimination and defend the values of treating all equally with dignity and respect. Like, look, man, I'm going to be honest. Like, there's nothing wrong with this statement. At face value, you read that and it's like, how could you disagree with that, right? Like, everybody should be treated equally. Yes. But what they're doing here is they're trying to condition people and like basically exploiting gay pride to further their agenda to promote the military. And that is what is so insidious. You understand? Like, and they're not the only ones who've done this. I'll show you a few more examples now. And I think it's so disgusting because they pretend to care about minorities and they always tokenize them. Do you know what I mean? So it's like the CIA will put out a recruitment video, to promote recruitment, and it's featuring a black woman. They don't actually care about black women. They'll go and implement policies in the US or outside the US that actively hurt black women and then pretend to care about, minorities. This is what is so insidious. So this is one of those examples, the helmet with the bullets. And I want to tell you something. This reminds me of, and I think they did this on purpose. This reminds me of the cover, the artwork for the movie Full Metal Jacket. It looks almost exactly like it. It's got the camouflage is different. This is the pixelated one. It's not the same as in Vietnam, but the colors are similar. The way that it's put on a white background is similar, and the writing on it is similar, right? So if I show you the cover of Full Metal Jacket, you'll know exactly what I mean. Here it is. Those look eerily similar, right? So it's like they're trying to copy the artwork. Anyway, it's just something I noticed, right? And Full Metal Jacket is a very popular anti-war movie by Stanley Kubrick. Here's some other examples of what I believe is called pinkwashing, if I'm not mistaken, right? So when they basically try to exploit gay identity or gay pride to promote something else. Here's Israel doing pinkwashing, right? They posted on their Twitter account, Pride Month, let's do this. And I want to tell you two things about Israel. First of all, if you're gay, you cannot get married in Israel, right? So they pretend to be, oh, look, we are the only democracy in the Middle East, and we are so civilized, not like these like Arabs that are surrounding us who are like so backwards. Really? This is so racist and disgusting, their whole mentality. So once again, if you're gay, you cannot get married in Israel. If you got married outside of Israel, they will recognize the marriage, legally speaking, but you cannot get married in Israel. And on top of that, I want to show you something else, which is really disgusting. The Israelis were basically spying on Palestinians, internet activity and their phone use to try and blackmail gay Palestinians, right? So they would say, if you don't, rat out this guy, or you don't work as a mole for us, you feed us information, we will expose you as gay. We will tell your family or your friends or whatever. And this is a real program. I'm not kidding. So, here, look. Here, this was published already in 2013, I think. Right? So you can see the headline from Vice. says gay Palestinians are being blackmailed into working as informants. And it's not just from Vice. You can find it in the Electronic Intifada, for example. So you see what I'm saying? They basically trying to turn it against them. That's how much Israel cares about, Pride Month and gay pride. Here's another one. And again, this is from an article that Glenn Greenwald wrote in 2015. He said GCHQ's rainbow lights, exploiting social issues for militarism and imperialism. So again, for those of you who don't know, GCHQ is our equivalent in the UK of the NSA in the United States, right? So actually, speaking of Glenn, if you go and see his reporting with Edward Snowden about NSA mass surveillance, you'll see that GCHQ was working with them very, very actively. And this is what he's talking about here. Look at this tweet from, well, back then David Cameron was prime minister. It's basically the GCHQ headquarters, lit up with rainbow lights, so representing the gay flag, the gay pride flag, right? I mean, I don't even know what to say. And he says modern day Turings at GCHQ. Do you know what's so sick about this? Because he's referring to Alan Turing, if I'm not mistaken. Alan Turing is basically the inventor of the computer, right? And during World War II, he helped the British crack Enigma. And now I know everyone who's Polish and listening is going to say, yeah, but Poland is the one who cracked it. I know Poland played a huge role, not denying that. But, Alan Turing, my point is he helped the Allies win the war, literally, because he's such a brilliant mathematician. And then after the war, because he was gay, they blackmailed him and drove him to suicide. I'm not kidding. Like, this is what's so nuts to me. Like, regardless whether he helped in World War II or not, but this guy's a national hero. He literally helped defeat the Nazis, and then the government drive him to suicide. That's what's so disgusting. And then here they're saying modern day Turings, like as if they didn't, abuse this guy horribly. Anyway, so another thing that I can show you is here, CIA recruitment starring cisgender millennial. You see, this is another example, not specifically about Pride Month, but of the pinkwashing and, the CIA tokenizing minorities to advance militarism. And look at this from the CIA, okay, on their official Twitter account. They say, before Pride Month comes to a close, we'd like to celebrate the brave LGBTQ officers who pushed for inclusion by founding the agency's network of gay and lesbian employees. So this is not from this year, it's from 2020. But nevertheless, you can see the CIA is basically celebrating, gay pride. This is the same CIA that had a playbook on blackmailing people because they were homosexual or they were gay. Right? Like, how it's unbelievably disgusting. Unbelievably disgusting. And here, let me show you this. So inside the CIA's 1980 manual for ferreting out homosexuals, right? So the CIA released a 3-page memorandum in 1980 on how to recognize and ferret out homosexuals during investigations, perhaps for the purposes of blackmail. And in 1979, a memorandum defended the agency's long-standing practice of barring sexual minorities from working in the CIA, legally justifying it by rationalizing that an investigation is not routinely terminated when allegations of homosexual conduct are developed. So again, you can see, like, even the institutions, whether it's the British government, British intelligence, or American intelligence that have a history of blackmailing gay people, are now like suddenly saying, "Oh, we love gay pride and all of this." They're just using that. It's disgusting, They're exploiting it to advance, as Glenn put it succinctly in his article, imperialism and militarism. And I think it's really insidious. What am I supposed to say? And of course, they don't only do this with gay or LGBTQ+. They do this also with, as we saw, black minorities, Latino minorities, all sorts of tokenizing or tokenism that they can do, they will do it, right? So, I'm pretty sure I've seen something about the CIA with like, encouraging, what was it again? Latino diversity or something. Hold on, let me pull it up. Which, why it's so funny? Because the CIA has committed more coups than I care to count in Latin American countries, which shows you how much they love, Latin Americans. Just they'll go and ruin their governments and their countries and coup their leaders and so on. But let's make the CIA more diverse. Yeah, then you can have more diverse imperialists, right? More, it's disgusting, really. It's like what you see in the Biden administration. So right now, a few weeks ago, the outgoing White House press secretary is Jen Psaki, right? And excuse me, this is her replacement on the left. So there you go. That's Jen Psaki. She's the outgoing White House spokesperson. And then on her left, you have Karine Jean-Pierre. And they were celebrating her as the new press secretary because she's obviously not only a black woman, but also because she's gay. And, the Biden administration, basically, they have a black man heading the Pentagon who is, running an institution that literally kills black people in Africa, whether it's in Somalia. Now they're sending 700 troops again to occupy it. Or all the other covert operations that they're running, who, actively runs policies that kill brown people, that kill people in the Middle East. And then they have a woman, for example, running the Treasury, Janet Yellen. So, instead of people in Venezuela being starved by a man in the running the Treasury, now people in Venezuela can be starved by a woman running the Treasury. Like, what does that even... I don't understand how that's a celebration of womanhood or... diversity. It's insulting. It's just insulting. And again, this is why you need to pay attention to these things, because we know that corporations do it. Like when you see Coca-Cola or you see Facebook or a bank, whatever it is, changing their logo or changing their building, the flags inside their lobby or whatever it is, they're changing it to pride colors, or their website or their app logo. Some of them change their app logo. We know that they're doing it because they're a corporation and they're trying to promote themselves. Yet we're not stupid, right? They did the same thing with the Black Lives Matter. You had all of these apps, YouTube, I think Spotify, I don't remember, but all the big ones changing their app to black and white, right? To basically say that, they stand with Black Lives Matter. And when you hear that, like that's fine. On the surface, there's nothing wrong with that, but you have to realize why they're doing it. It's not because they actually mean it. It's because they're trying to promote their own brand and sell more to make money, right? So it's a profit incentive. Excuse me. And here, in the case of the CIA or GCHQ, they're trying to recruit more people and they're trying to promote themselves as, civilized and, very nice, acceptable institutions that tolerate all walks of life and all of this nonsense. No, it's not true. They don't tolerate all walks of life. They're not a nice institution. They're killers. They're murderers. So don't be fooled by it one bit. And I swear I didn't do this segment to promote the t-shirt that I made, but I love how on point it is, if I may say so, when I did the Uncle Joe's Rainbow Coalition death cult, because that's what I called all of this, right? This administration, this whole fake, celebration of diversity. They don't care about diversity or Pride Month or anything, but this is what I meant when I came up with this logo, with this idea, and then Mona was very kind and helped me turn it into an actual t-shirt. This is it. Uncle Joe's Rainbow Coalition death cult, because that's literally what they are. It's like fake diversity. There's a drone in the background. There are missiles taking off. And, oh yeah, look, we're so diverse, but we're still a death cult killing people. That's it. That's what it comes down to at the end of the day. Don't be fooled by their tokenism and their pinkwashing for 1 second.